In a quiet seaside town, nestled between the cliffs and the ocean, there was a small antique shop owned by an old man named Mr. Whitaker. Among the countless trinkets and treasures that filled the shelves, one peculiar object caught the attention of every visitor: a smooth, intricately carved wooden key hanging from a velvet cord. The key wasn't labeled, and whenever someone asked about its purpose, Mr. Whitaker would only smile mysteriously and say, "That key doesn't open locks, it opens stories." One rainy afternoon, a curious young woman named Evelyn wandered into the shop. She was a writer, searching for inspiration for her next novel. The moment her eyes landed on the wooden key, she felt an unexplainable pull. "What's the story behind this?" she asked, picking it up gently. Mr. Whitaker chuckled. "It's not my story to tell. Take it, and you'll see." Evelyn hesitated, but his eyes twinkled with such certainty that she bought the key. Suddenly, a faint glow emanated from the key. Startled, Evelyn touched it, and the world around her began to blur. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a lush forest, the air alive with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. In her hand, the wooden key felt warm. Before her stood an ancient oak tree with a small, hidden door at its base. The key seemed to vibrate, urging her forward. She inserted it into the lock, and the door creaked open to reveal a narrow staircase spiraling downwards. With a mix of fear and excitement, Evelyn descended. At the bottom, she found a library unlike any she'd ever seen: shelves upon shelves of glowing books, each one whispering faintly. She picked up the nearest one and opened it. To her amazement, it contained a story she had written as a child, complete with her drawings in the margins. Evelyn spent hours exploring the library, discovering stories she had forgotten she'd ever created. Some were from dreams, others from fleeting daydreams. She realized that the wooden key had unlocked her imagination, leading her to a treasure trove of her own creativity. When she finally returned to her desk, the key lay beside her, its glow faded but its magic alive in her heart. From that day on, Evelyn's stories carried an extraordinary spark, as if they had been infused with the enchantment of the wooden key. She never told anyone its secret, but her readers could feel it in every word she wrote. And so, the wooden key did what it was meant to do: it opened stories, not just for Evelyn, but for all who dared to dream.